Welcome to Animania Chronicles, where we dive deep into the captivating worlds of anime, dissecting stories, unraveling characters, and sharing our passion for all things animated. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into part 3 of our 5-part review series on the anime beast Tamer. In this episode, we'll discuss the latest plot twists, character developments, and the stunning animation that keeps us on the edge of our seats. Get ready for another exciting review of Beast Tamer Part 3. Several days passed, and Tanya suggested to Rain that he should buy new equipment. Kanata was hungry, and Rain promised they would go for lunch first. Suddenly, Rain stopped moving because he was shocked after seeing his old party members in front of him. Following this, Rain tried to ignore his old party, but Alios insulted him and called him weak. Tanya told Alios to stop talking nonsense about Rain, and he realized that Rain had 2 ultimate species on his side. They learned that they were Rain's comrades, and Kanad was angry because the hero's party thought that Rain was their servant. After this, Rain was asked if he remembered his last mission in the Lost Woods. Elios said they couldn't reach the end of the forest because the place regularly changed its paths. Suddenly, Rain was asked to help the hero's party, and Elios looked down on him. The members of the hero's party said that he should be honored to contribute to the hero's party. Rain refused to help them and planned to go back to town. Before he left, Minna told him that in the Lost Woods lies one of the noble relics needed to defeat the Demon King. He was surprised to hear about the noble relics and learned that without the magic items, the hero party would not be able to destroy the Demon King. He didn't want innocent people to get hurt and suffer the same fate he did in his childhood. As a result, he decided to help Elios and his old comrades. Suddenly, Kanade and Tanya stopped the bullies. Kanade said that they would accompany Rain to the Lost Woods, but they had to apologize to Rain for their mean words. Elios had no intention of apologizing, but Tanya threatened them and said that she would kill everyone with her breath of fire. Then Elios said Rain should train his pets and insulted his girls. He continued to look down on Rain, which made Rain angry. As a result, Rain punched Elios in the face for insulting his girls. Elios couldn't believe he was beaten by a weak beast tamer, but Rain was furious after his girls were insulted. He was challenged to a fight against the hero's party, and Rain accepted the challenge. So the 2 groups set off to the forest and prepared for the fight against each other. Kanad was angry because Agath insulted Rain, and she launched her attack. As a result, Agath was attacked and was shocked by the overwhelming power of a cat spirit. He didn't give up and planned to defeat Kanad with his secret technique, but she deflected it. Kanad looked down on her opponent and said that a little baby would be more powerful than him. However, Agath didn't want to admit that he had no chance against her and said that he hadn't gotten serious yet. He claimed he would now be serious, and Kanade replied that she would unleash about half of her power. At that moment, Agath realized that he was going to die and hoped that she was just lying. As a result, Agath was defeated, and Kanade realized that she had overdone it a little. Tanya learned that she would be fighting against the 2 girls of the hero's group. They underestimated Tanya and started to cast strong spells against her, but Tanya made their magic disappear. Following this, Lean planned to launch a second attempt. Sure that they would win, Tanya did her trick again and explained to them that she was able to cancel their magic spells. However, they learned that they had no chance against a Dragonoid, but their pride was hurt. They didn't want to accept that they had lost, and Tanya said that Rain was the strongest person. After this, they tried one last time to defeat Tanya, but they learned that Tanya had just been playing with them. In addition, she said that she would show them the magic of a goddess and started to cast a powerful spell. Her opponents were desperate and asked for forgiveness because they didn't want to die. At the last moment, Tanya stopped her spell and said that they shouldn't take a bluff so seriously. In the meantime, Elios told Rain that he had no chance to win the fight, but Rain started to attack him. Rain told him to stop talking, and his opponent launched his counterattack with his sword. Rain realized that his enemy was very fast and strong, but he managed to dodge all of his attacks. At that moment, he realized that none of his opponent's attacks felt even remotely as dangerous as Tanya's fire attacks. Rain stopped Elios and punched him in the stomach. His opponent was shocked and wondered how a weak beast tamer could become an overpowered monster. Rain then explained to him that this was the true power of a beast tamer and that his attacks couldn't hit him because he had always watched them fight. Because of this, he knew all of his opponent's weak points, and he told Elios that he had no chance to win anymore. Suddenly, Helios started to laugh and said that he would defeat Rain with the hero's special magic. Rain countered his attack with a fireball, and his enemy was surprised by his trick. Helios started to cast more powerful spells, but Rain managed to dodge all of his attacks and thought about a plan to win the fight. Before Helios could end the fight, he felt his body go numb. The reason for this was that Rain had used his Beast Tamer skills to win the battle. After that, Rain said that he was still quite angry over how Helios had mocked his girls. Rain didn't spare him and knocked him out with a powerful punch. After the fight, his girls showed up, and they celebrated the victory against the hero's party. A few hours later, they reached the place called Lost Wood, and Tanya planned to burn down the dark forest. Rain stopped her and told them that they needed to find the Shield of Truth, which only the hero could wield. After this, he looked at the map and noticed that the map given by Helios was totally useless. Then we see a few hours earlier when the hero's party apologized to Rain. He forgave them and planned to help them find the Shield of Truth. Helios started to insult him again, and Rain tried to calm his girls down. Back in the present, the girls said they didn't want to help Helios, and Tanya said she could defeat the Demon King on her own. Rain understood that they were worried about him and thanked them for being on his side. Then Kinnaid and Tanya said they would support him on his mission to find the shield. Rain tamed a little bird using his Beast Tamer skills and tried to find a route to the deepest part of the forest. A short moment later, he woke up, and Kinnaid was motivated to find the legendary item. They walked on the path to the deepest part of the forest, but realized they were back where they started. Kinnaid thought he had chosen the wrong path, but Tanya suspected there was something wrong with the forest. She cast her spell called Material Search, and a red light appeared. As a result, she found a magic tree emitting illusionary magic. Kinnaid was confused, and Tanya began to explain it to her in different words. Then Kinnaid was ordered to destroy the tree because it was protected by a powerful barrier. She tried to destroy the tree, but a scary voice stopped her. Suddenly, a fairy appeared, and Rain knew that she also belonged to the ultimate species. He knew that the magic of fairies is more powerful than that of a dragonoid. Additionally, fairies detested humans and had disappeared 200 years ago. Rain tried to talk with her, but she told him to leave this place. Suddenly, she threatened them with a strong spell, and they managed to escape. Kinnaid thought that fairies were warm and welcoming species. Rain suspected that something was hidden behind the barrier because fairies hadn't shown themselves to humans in 200 years. Then Tanya planned to destroy the barrier, but Rain told them that he would try to talk to the fairy one more time. Kinnaid and Tanya agreed to support him in his plan and weren't surprised about it. Following this, he went back, and Rain told the fairy that he wanted to talk with her. He said that she could attack him but should avoid hurting his girls who were behind him. Suddenly, his girls tried to protect him, but he knew that this was the only way to win her trust. He remembered his beginnings as a beast tamer and knew this was the right decision. As a result, he let himself be hit by her powerful attack, and she wondered why he wasn't running away. She understood that Rain wasn't an evil guy like the other humans who burned down her home 200 years ago. Unfortunately, Rain failed to gain her trust and was attacked again, but his girls protected him. They said they couldn't allow Rain to be hurt, and Kinnaid tried to convince the fairy that Rain was a nice person. However, they managed to convince the fairy to trust Rain, and she was willing to listen to his words. Sora learned that he sought the Shield of Truth in the hero's stead, but the barrier was holding them back. She told them that she couldn't take down the barrier because it would open the way to the fairy village. Suddenly, Sora teleported away and was able to get the Shield of Truth without destroying the barrier. Rain was surprised that it was easier than expected and planned to return the favor for her. She didn't ask Rain to do anything, and he noticed that Sora seemed kind of sad. Before they went back, Rain asked Sora if there was anything that bothered her. She wanted to tell him the truth, but was afraid of putting Rain in danger. But Rain really wanted to help her, and they convinced Sora to reveal the truth. She decided to tell them her story. Following this, they learned that Sora had a little sister who was very precious to her. Together, they protected the barrier that led to the fairy village. But one day, they sensed that something was wrong in the forest, so they decided to leave the Lost Woods and encountered a monster who worked for the army of the Demon King. They tried to defeat him, but their magic didn't work, and her little sister Runa was captured. Rain heard rumors about a Shadow Knight and explained that it was able to nullify all magic attacks. The Shadow Knight ordered her to lower the barrier, but she refused to place her other comrades in danger. She reported the incident to the village chief, but he decided to abandon Runa, prioritizing the lives of all fairies over that of her sister. Rain couldn't abandon a crying girl and promised to save Runa. She was cheered up and cried tears of joy when she heard his words, so Rain planned to save Runa at all costs and was ready for the fight. Sora said that she was asked to remove the barrier before sundown of that day, otherwise, her sister would die. Rain told her she should wait for their return, and Sora entrusted them to save Runa. After that, they found Sora's sister and planned to start their attack to save Runa. Rain cast his fireball spell and started to attack the Shadow Knight. Their enemy was distracted, and they began to use physical attacks against him. The Shadow Knight was surprised by their attacks and thought that Rain might be the hero. Suddenly, the Shadow Knight planned to kill Runa, but Tanya deflected his attack. Tanya was praised by Rain, and she was flattered by his words. After this, Kinnaid and Rain began to attack the Shadow Knight together. Rain was surprised that the enemy could withstand their attacks. Suddenly, the Shadow Knight began to launch a counterattack and created a strong storm. Rain told Kinnaid that he would stop him and trusted Kinnaid to defeat the opponent. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the vast realms of anime. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification bell, and stay tuned for more thrilling reviews and discussions. Until next time, keep exploring the boundless wonders of anime with us.